In this video, you'll be learning how to cut a simple corset with a basque. So if it's something you would love to learn, do well to watch to the end of the video, like, share, and subscribe. So without further ado, let's jump right into the main video. So I'm going to rule a starting line here, which is going to be our shoulder line as well. So from that line, I'm going to come down to take my vertical measurement. From the starting line, I'll come down to mark my bust point, which is 9.5 inches. I'll go ahead and extend the point across. Then from the starting line again, I'm going to come down to mark my under bust. From my shoulder to my under bust is 12 inches. I'll mark that, then extend the point across as well. Then from the shoulder line again, I'm going to come down to mark my waist. So I'll be marking from my shoulder to my waist at the back, so there won't be need for us to mark our bust darts. From my shoulder to my waist at the back is 16 inches, and then I will extend the point across. Then from the waistline, I'm going to come down to mark my corset base, where my corset will be stopping. So you can do 4 inch, from 4 to 5 inches is okay. All right. So I'll mark 5 inches from the waistline, which is going to be my corset base, and then I will extend the point across this way. Then from the corset base, I'm going to come down to mark 4 inches, which will be for my basque. All right. So it depends on how long you want the basque to be. So I'll mark the 4 inches and extend the point across. So I'll go ahead and label my lines appropriately. So this is my basque line. This is my corset base. This is the length of our corset. All right. And this is the waistline. This is the under bust line. And this is my bust line. So I'm going to come to the shoulder line, divide my shoulder by 2. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. At that point, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. You know our shoulders is not straight. Then I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches. I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the neck width this way. Then I'm going to come down to mark my neck depth, though we will not be needing this neck, but just for a guide. All right, so that you understand what we are doing here, and I'll connect all the way to that point. The next thing is to mark my chest line. And how to mark your chest line: you're going to divide your bust by 6, add 1.5 inches. I got 7. I'll go ahead and extend the point across. So this is our chest line. I'm going to label its chest line. Then on my chest line, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here to have a straight line from up. I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point you just marked on the chest line. Then I'm going to come to this line here, divide what I have here into 2 to get the midpoint. At the midpoint, I'll go in by 1/2 inch. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4. I'm going to mark a right on the chest line. I'll go ahead and connect all these points to form my armhole. The next thing is to mark our darts. To mark our darts, we are going to divide our nipple to nipple measurement by 2. That is your bust span. My nipple to nipple measurement is 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. I'm going to go ahead and mark the 3.5 on all these lines all the way down. I'll go ahead and connect the point together with a straight line. So I'm going to come to the under bust line here. I'm going to mark 0.7. This is not up to 1 inch, all right? But if you're a plus size person, you can mark 1 inch on both sides or 1.5 inches. It depends on your size, all right? So I'm going to mark 0.7 on both sides of this line, on the under bust line and also on the waistline. I'll go ahead and come down from the waistline by 6 inches. This will be the length of the dart. And I'll go ahead and connect all these points together like this. I'm going to come down from the bust line by 1 inch, and I'll connect from the under bust with my curve rule all the way to that 1 inch this way. I'll do the same thing on this other side also. So this is what we have. So the next thing we're going to do now is to mark the height of our cup. So I'm going to measure from my bust to my under bust. What I have there is 2.5 inches. I'm going to come up from the chest line by that 2.5 inches. This will be the height of my cup. But it depends on what you want. If you feel like the measurement will be too high for you, you can do 1 inch, 1.5 inches, 2 inches. It depends on how high you want your cup to be. So I'll mark my nipple to nipple measurement here also, and then extend that point to it. I'll come here, mark 1/2 inch on both sides of this line to tighten up this over bust here. And I will connect with my curve rule into the initial line like so. So this is it. What we are going to do right now is to create our cup. And to form your cup, I'm going to mark 1/2 inch here on the chest line. This is the distance in between your bust, that bridge you have in between your bust. So I do 1/2 inch. My paper is on fold. By the time you open it, it's going to be 1 inch. All right. So I'm going to connect from there with my curve rule all the way to the under bust line. See the way I place my curve row. I'll connect from there all the way to the under bust line this way, and I'll just connect from here to that point as well. You can see that our cup is ready. So this is our first cup. Then to form the other cup, I'm going to come to my armhole here. I'm going to mark the midpoint of what we have here. I'll mark the midpoint here. Then I'll come down from that point by 1/2 inch, like so. I will extend that point outside. I will connect the 2 points first and then extend it outside this way. Then from there, I'm going to use my curve rule to connect from that point all the way to the under bust line this way. And then I'll connect from up here with my curve rule to that point as well. You can see that our 2 cups are ready. This is very easy to do. And I will just blend this point here like this. And this is basically it. You can see that it's very easy to do this. So our 2 cups are ready. Now that we are done drafting our cups, the next thing is to impute our round body measurement. So we've already marked our bust measurement on the chest line. So I'm going to come here, mark my under bust measurement. Then the dart intake we took there, I'm going to replace it. I'll come to the waistline. I'll mark my waist measurements here, the dart intake here. I will measure what I have there and replace it. I'll come to the corset base here and I will mark my hip measurement. I'll go ahead and connect all these points together. So we don't have any sewing allowance. We'll do that when we are cutting on the fabric. Then from the corset base, I'm going to just rule a line from there all the way to my basque line. Connect from there all the way to the end of our paper here like this. You can see the basque there. Like I said, it depends on what you want. Your basque can be longer than this, but this is what I want. Like I said, we've not added our sewing allowance. We'll do that on the actual fabric. I'll go ahead and cut, but you can add your sewing allowance while drafting too. If you want, you can just add your sewing allowance on the pattern paper. So this is what we have. You can see how beautiful this came out. So this is how to draft your corset. So what we are going to do right now is to keep this aside just so we can work on the back pattern. For the back pattern, I've already gone ahead to rule out the necessary lines we need from my shoulder to my bust point, from my shoulder to my under bust, and then I came down by 5 inches for my corset base as well for the length of my corset. So we are not having basque on the back pattern. I'll come here to impute my shoulder measurement. I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches, just the way we did for the front pattern. I'll connect the line. Then I'll come down to mark my chest line using the same formula we use for the front. Divide your bust by 6, add 1.5 inches to the measurement. I'll go ahead and extend the point across this way. Then on my chest line, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement. I'm going to mark it right here and connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point I just marked on the chest line. So I'll come to this line, mark the midpoint by dividing what I have here into 2 equal halves. At the midpoint, I'll come in by 1/2 inch. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4, and I'll go ahead and connect all these points to form my armhole. So I'll come down to mark my dart, divide your nipple to nipple measurement by 2. I'm going to mark it on all the lines, all the way to the corset base. Like I said, there's no basque on the back pattern, so the back pattern is stopping at the corset base, which is your corset length. All right, I'll go ahead and connect all these points together like this. I'll come to the waistline, mark 1/2 inch on both sides of this line. Then I'll come down from the chest line by 1 inch, and I'll go ahead and connect my dart. The next thing is to impute our round body measurement. We've already marked our bust measurement. I'll come to the waistline, mark my waist measurement and replace the dart. I'll come to the corset base and mark my hip measurement. I'll go ahead and connect all these points together. So this is the corset. I forgot to mention earlier, you are supposed to snatch the waist so that it will be very snatched at the waist area. So I'm going to snatch the waist by 1 inch. I'm going to do that to the front pattern also. I came in by 1 inch from the waist measurement, and I will just connect the line this way. So we have successfully snatched the waist by 1 inch. So you are not going to be using this first line, and this is basically it for the back. Remember, we came up by 2.5 inches for the front pattern. So to have the two pattern paper equal, I'm going to come up by that 2.5 inches also, so that they will be equal at the end of the day. I'll extend this point to that point like that, and on the center back here, I'm going to come down from that line by 1.5 inches, just to give it a slant at the back, a little curve at the back, because I don't want it totally straight, and I'll just connect from there like this. And this is basically it. The next thing I'm going to do right now is to subtract 1.5 inches from my measurement on the center back, because I will be using loop for this corset. But if you are using a zipper, make sure to add your zipper allowance, all right? But I'll be using loop for this corset, so you have to move that measurement from your center back so that you can snatch the corset. And this is basically it for the back pattern. This is our center back and this is our side back. So I'm going to be cutting ×2 of each piece, and this is basically for the pattern drafting. It is very easy. So this is it for this tutorial. If you have watched to this point, please do well to like, share and subscribe. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video.